February 24th, 1978. 5 young men leave a college basketball game in California. They are excited about their own tournament the next morning. By sunrise, they vanish without explanation. Days later, their car is found abandoned in the mountains. Months later, 4 bodies are discovered. 1 man is never found. Here, we examine real cases that blur the line between accident and enigma. Tonight's story is not urban legend. It is documented, investigated, and still unresolved. 5 men, a wrong turn into the wilderness, and a mystery that deepens with every detail uncovered. They were known locally as the Boys: Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Ted Wire, Gary Mathias, and Jackie Hewitt. All were in their 20s or early 30s. Each had mild intellectual or psychiatric disabilities. They lived structured, supervised lives with close family support. Basketball was their shared passion and weekly routine. On February 24th, they attended a college basketball game in Chico. Witnesses saw them cheerful and energetic. They bought snacks afterward at a convenience store. Nothing appeared unusual or distressed. They planned to return home to Yuba City that night. The next morning, they had their own tournament scheduled. Instead of heading south toward home, they drove east, deep into the Sierra Nevada foothills, nearly 70 miles off course. Their car climbed into cold, snowy mountain terrain. There was no reason for them to be there, yet that is exactly where the trail begins. 4 days later, a forest ranger discovers their car. It sits on a remote dirt road in Plumas National Forest. No visible damage, no mechanical failure. Gas still in the tank, keys missing, snacks and wrappers remain inside. It looks as if they simply stepped away. Winter storms had hit the region hard. Snowdrifts blocked parts of the mountain roads. Temperatures dropped below freezing at night. The men were not dressed for extreme conditions. Search teams began combing the area. Hope began fading with each passing day. Hundreds of volunteers joined the search. Helicopters scanned frozen valleys. Families waited anxiously for news. The terrain was steep, isolated, and unforgiving. No clear footprints survived the storms. The wilderness offered only silence. In June 1978, months later, a breakthrough came. A Forest Service trailer was discovered deep in the woods. Inside, 1 body lay on a bed. It was Ted Wire. He had survived weeks after the others likely perished. Yet food supplies nearby remained untouched. Inside the trailer were canned goods and military rations, enough to sustain someone for months. But many cans were unopened. Heating equipment was available but unused. Blankets were wrapped tightly around Ted's body. It suggested confusion, not simple survival failure. Nearby, the remains of 3 others were located, scattered across rugged forest terrain. Exposure and hypothermia were listed as causes of death. 1 man's shoes were missing. Another's bones showed animal scavenging, but no signs of violent struggle were confirmed. Gary Mathias was never found. Not a bone, not a trace. He had military survival training. He was also the only one without intellectual disability. Some theorize he led them into the mountains. Others believe something, or someone, intervened. The road where the car was found was not accidental. It required deliberate turns away from the highway. No shortcuts to Yuba City passed through that mountain pass. The men were familiar with the area, or so families believed. Weather conditions worsened the higher the elevation climbed. Investigators questioned why they continued upward into danger. The Montego showed no mechanical failure. It had enough fuel to drive back down the mountain. The battery was functional. Nothing suggested panic or collision. It appeared to have been calmly parked. Why abandon a working vehicle in freezing conditions? A man named Joseph Shones later reported something unusual. He claimed his own car had stalled nearby that night. While waiting, he allegedly saw headlights approach. He described seeing a group of men and possibly a woman. He heard what he believed was whistling. Then the lights vanished into the darkness. Shones' account raised both intrigue and doubt. He admitted he may have hallucinated due to chest pain and cold exposure. Investigators could not verify his claims. No physical evidence confirmed another vehicle's presence, yet the timeline aligned disturbingly close to the disappearance. His testimony remains one of the case's most debated elements. Gary Mathias stood apart from the others, a former Army serviceman with survival training. He also struggled with schizophrenia. He relied on medication to manage symptoms. At the time of disappearance, his medication was left behind. Without it, his mental state may have deteriorated rapidly. Ted Wire survived weeks inside the trailer. His beard growth and weight loss suggested prolonged survival. Blankets were carefully wrapped around him, but frostbite had destroyed his feet. Canned food nearby required a P-38 military opener. Gary, the only one with military background, knew how to use it. The trailer had matches. There was wood for fire. Propane heating was available, yet no fire had been started. Canned goods remained untouched on shelves. Survival resources existed, but were inexplicably ignored. Footwear belonging to one victim was found inside the trailer. It appeared someone had changed shoes. Distance between the car and trailer was nearly 20 miles. Through deep snow and steep terrain, some bodies were discovered miles apart. The group may have separated during the ordeal. Authorities eventually ruled the deaths as accidental. Exposure and hypothermia were cited as causes. No signs of homicide were confirmed. No charges were ever filed. But the absence of clear explanation left families unsettled. The case remained open, unresolved in public memory. Why drive into the mountains? Why leave a working car? Why ignore available food and heat? Why was Gary Mathias never found? The facts exist, but they do not align, and that is where the mystery deepens. Some investigators were never fully convinced. The route to the mountains was too deliberate. The abandoned car showed no urgency or distress. Witness reports hinted at another vehicle nearby. Could someone have lured them off course? If so, why leave no trace of violence? Gary Mathias remains the central enigma. He had military discipline and survival knowledge, yet he vanished without a single confirmed trace. If he survived longer, where did he go? If he perished, why were no remains found? His absence fuels the deepest suspicions. Experts later examined possible group dynamics. Under stress, individuals may follow a dominant personality. Confusion in darkness can escalate rapidly. Panic spreads faster than logic in extreme cold. A single wrong decision can multiply collectively, but even this theory leaves critical gaps. Ted Wire's extended survival complicates everything. He endured severe frostbite and starvation. He likely relied on someone else initially. Blankets were tucked tightly around him. Someone had cared for him before leaving. That someone was most likely Gary Mathias. The trailer contained matches and fuel. There was a working propane heating system, yet no attempt to start a fire was evident. Were they unaware how to operate it? Were they disoriented beyond reasoning? Or did something interrupt their survival efforts? From the car to the trailer, nearly 20 miles, through snow, elevation, and freezing temperatures. No proper winter clothing, no map recovered. That journey required determination or desperation. What compelled them to keep moving forward? Authorities eventually classified the case as accidental. Exposure and hypothermia were documented causes of death. No criminal charges were pursued. Gary Mathias remains officially missing. Over time, public attention faded, but unanswered questions never disappeared. Families struggled to accept the conclusion. They believed the men would never abandon safety willingly. Some suspected outside interference. Others blamed tragic confusion in harsh terrain. Decades passed without resolution. Grief remained, unresolved and persistent. Cold case discussions resurfaced years later. Documentaries revisited inconsistencies. Newspapers re-examined witness statements. Speculation continues online and among investigators. Yet no physical evidence has shifted conclusions. The wilderness kept its silence. 5 friends left a basketball game that night. 4 were eventually found in the mountains. 1 was never recovered. A working car sat abandoned in snow. Food and heat remained unused. And the Sierra Nevada still holds its secrets. Was it a tragic wrong turn amplified by fear? Was it a psychological breakdown under pressure? Or was there an unseen presence that night? The facts are documented. The explanations remain incomplete, and the silence of the mountains endures. Some mysteries are loud, others are quiet, buried under snow and time. The Yuba County Five remains one of America's most unsettling unsolved cases. 5 friends drove into the night, only questions returned. A working car abandoned in the snow, food and heat left untouched, 4 lives lost, 1 man never found. Accident or something more. The mountains never answered. Subscribe to MrPhantom Files for more real mysteries that refuse to fade. And tell us, what do you think happened that night?